I'd like to thank the Color Guard from the General W.C. Wickham Camp, 2250 of the Sons of Confederate Veterans, under the direction of Lieutenant Colonel Darrell F. Starms, and led up by Pipe Major Lord David L. Hinton. My name is Jim Cochran. I'm former commander of the J.E.B.
Chapter President of the Richmond Jackson, Chapter 1705. It gives me great pleasure to welcome each one here today. As you can imagine, this event is special to the United Daughters of the Confederacy as well as you all. Thank you for being here.
Good morning. I bring you greetings from the 2,800 members of the Virginia Division, Sons of Confederate Veterans. Today we celebrate the birthday of a great American. J.E.B. Stuart was a Virginian who pledged his all in the great conflict known as the War of Northern Aggression. Confederate Major General Stuart enjoyed the admiration and respect of the men who served with him in this great struggle. Thank you for your attendance.
Greetings to all of you, and thank you for being here to honor this great general of ours. I also would like to invite you to participate in a project that we have undertaken. We have discovered within the past year or so that the Stuart Monument on Monument Avenue here in Richmond is in dire need of restoration. There is a company who does this in the area and who have also restored a number of other statues, including the Robert E. Lee statue, which is bronze et al. And we have decided as an organization to lead up a fundraising campaign to get this monument restored. We're going to need approximately $35,000 in order to be able to restore the monument. And we beg of each and every one of you as individuals and also as members of organizations to join in with us in this cause.
On behalf of the Virginia Flaggers, I thank you all for having us here today, and I want to especially thank the J.E.B. Stuart Camp for having this ceremony so that we all have a chance to gather here today and honor J.E.B. Stuart. And I feel like by being here we're doing what we ought to be doing, and not only that, but showing the public that there's still folks that honor this man, and that we are here today as the descendants of Confederate veterans to make a stand and to honor them as we need to. I appreciate that, and thank you very much.
This is the charge made by General Stephen O. Lee to the Sons of Confederate Veterans. You, the Sons of Confederate Veterans, we submit the vindication of the cause for which we fought. To your strength will be given the defense of the Confederate soldier's good name, the guardianship of his history, the emulation of his virtues, the perpetuation of those principles he loved and which made him glorious and which you also cherish. Remember, it is your duty to see that the true history of the South is presented to future generations.
Soon thereafter, he began commanding all the cavalry brigades for the Army of Northern Virginia in March of 1862. Stuart was a master of reconnaissance missions and twice made daring exploits, first in the Peninsula Campaign and again at Sharpsburg, or as the people on the dark side call it, Antietam. In Northern Virginia Campaign, he was promoted to Major General after he executed successful raids at Catlet's Station and the Rappahannock River, and then performed great defensive strategy at the Battle of Fredericksburg. After the mortal wounding of Jackson during the Battle of Chancellorsville, Stuart temporarily assumed command of Jackson's 2nd Corps and was influential in exploiting the success of his predecessor's famous flank attack. In spite of Stuart's brilliant reputation, or perhaps because of it, his performance during the Gettysburg campaign has been the subject of much debate and controversy. Prior to 1863, the Federal mounted army had been repeatedly embarrassed by Stuart's seemingly invincible cavaliers. But as the war entered its third summer, that perception began to change. At Brandy Station, despite holding his field for the South, Stuart failed to detect the movements of the Union cavalry that would eventually instigate the attack. Just a month later, Stuart's cavalry fell out of touch with headquarters in the days leading up to Gettysburg, and left Lee and his fellow commanding officers with little to no intelligence in unfamiliar enemy territory. Stuart finally arrived late on the second day, and the following day was repulsed by Union cavalry, gaining no ground there. Stuart fought his final battle on the outskirts of Richmond on May 11, 1864. The Confederate cavalry was working feverishly to deny General Philip Sheridan's fellow horsemen from gaining entry into the Confederate capital. Stuart's men were able to check the Yankee advance, but at terrible cost. The Confederate cavalry chief was shot by a dismounted Michigan trooper with a pistol, and the wound proved fatal. He died the day after the battle, May 12th, and was buried at Hollywood Cemetery, where I am here today. We find our Tredegar artillery colors behind my battery because it's the only event where my great-great-grandfather, who was in the Tredegar artillery, got to serve in the same battle with Stuart. Stuart was shot at the same time that my great-great-grandfather was defending the Meadow Bridge over in Mechanicsville. And I believe today is his 208th birthday. So happy birthday, General. And now I would like to have our wreath presentation.
Fired by the piece, from right to left, 2-second interval, on my command, fire!
We thank Thee for its record of virtue, valor, and sacrifice, and for the inspiring reflection that, despite its bitter disappointments and sorrows, it proclaims for us to all the world. That we came through its years of trial and struggle with our shields pure, and our character as a patriotic and courageous people untarnished, and with nothing to regret in the defense of the rights and the honor of our South.